10 years ago, Life is Strange was released, and in today's video you're going to see me play it for the very first time and collect every single achievement. And let me just say, this game is magnificent. Also, I stream every single day on my Twitch. If you want to go check that out. I'm currently playing Before the Storm, which will be a video eventually, but that's about it. Let's get into it. Episode 1 starts off with us waking up in the middle of a storm and meeting our main character, Max. After doing a little bit of wandering, we make it to a lighthouse where we get our first look at this massive tornado. A tornado flew around my room before you came. But before we can really take it all in, we wake up in our class and turns out it was just a dream.
I didn't fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Or so like a vision, I guess. Here we are introduced to some other important characters such as Mr. Jefferson, our teacher.
Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition.
Meanie butt dude, and I don't think I like him. And Victoria, who's kind of like the mean girl type of the game, like, you know.
Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
We also get our first achievement for taking a photo of these etched marks on the table. Then, after Mr. Jefferson hassles us about us not turning in our photo for the Everyday Heroes contest, we head to the bathroom so we can take a little time out. Once we get there, Max spots a pretty butterfly and decides to take a picture of it. But right after she does this, this crazy sounding dude named Nathan walks in, and shortly followed by him is some blue-haired girl. And after making sure the coast is clear, it isn't, she confronts him about dealing drugs to the kids around school, which he doesn't take all too well.
You don't know who the fuck I am.
Whoa, there was a sign that said no guns, dude.
Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
Max then reaches her hand out, and it's like time stops. She wakes back up where we started in the class, and here she finds out she has the ability to rewind time by breaking her camera and fixing it. After sitting through the class again, we make it back to the bathroom so we can try to prevent the blue-haired girl from getting shot. We do this by ringing the fire alarm. As we're trying to leave the school, we get stopped by security, and he harasses Max about what's happening. Then the principal steps in and tells him to leave us alone, so we go tell the principal about what we saw, but he kind of just brushes it off because Nathan's family like runs everything pretty much. When we finally leave the school, we just try to head back to our dorm, but Victoria's blocking our path. So with the use of our new powers, we spill paint on her and get her out of the way. Once we finally make it to our room, we instantly take a picture of ourselves for our next achievement. We also have to look for our flash drive our friend let us borrow so we can give it back. But as we come to find out, our other friend, Dana, took it. So we head over to her room, but there's someone locking her in. So we talk to her and she claims Dana was messaging her boyfriend. But we actually come to discover that it was all set up by Victoria. Once we show her the proof, she lets Dana go, we can get our flash drive.
Must protect my precious so Max never has to chase it down again.
Now we have to head to the parking lot so we can return the flash drive to Warren. But first, we watch this girl get clobbered by a ball, and we have to stop that same security officer from harassing another student. Once we are at the parking lot, we draw on this RV and take a picture of it for another achievement. While we're talking to Warren and giving him his flash drive back, Nathan interrupts us, headbutts Warren, whoa,
Hey!
and grabs Max. But we are then saved by the blue-haired girl from the bathroom, which turns out her name is Chloe, Max's childhood best friend. They catch up on the ride, talk about how hard Chloe's life has been after Max left and her father died. Max also realizes her camera was broken during the whole confrontation, and Chloe says she has tools at her place so she can fix it. When we arrive at Chloe's, we find out that she's been the one that's putting up the missing person posters of her close friend Rachel Amber. After that, we go find the tools to fix our camera, but not before doing a little bit of snooping. We figure out her stepdad is David, the security officer that's been harassing students. We find out he has cameras placed all over the house, and he has a whole file on the student we saved earlier, Kate Marsh. We then head back to Chloe's room with the tools and try to fix our camera. Chloe sees that Max is struggling, and being the good friend she is, she gives Max her dad's old camera. As they're celebrating their reunited friendship, David barges in and finds weed, which Max takes the blame for. After all that, Max and Chloe sneak out and go to the lighthouse, which is the same lighthouse from the Vision. Here I got 2 more achievements, one for taking a picture of this bird, and the other for taking a picture of Chloe on this bench. Max and Chloe are then talking about all the events that happened today as Max tweaks out and has another one of her visions. She walks up to that same lighthouse where she finds a newspaper, then reads the date October 11th, which is this Friday. That's when the tornado will hit. Max snaps out of it and tells Chloe about her new power. And Chloe doesn't believe her at first until it starts snowing in the middle of this nice, lovely, warm day. And the episode ends with us seeing a row of red folders with a bunch of names on it, and the last one having the name Rachel. Episode 2 begins with Max waking up in her dorm, where she instantly gets a text from Chloe telling her to meet her at the diner in 40 minutes. So Max heads to the bathroom, and while getting ready, Victoria and Taylor come in and tease Kate about a video that went viral of Kate setting the tongue record, as they say.
Don't be shy. I think it's awesome you set a tongue record on video.
Victoria proceeds to write the link to the video on the mirror. After they leave, we decide to erase the link. Later on, we head to Kate's room to return a book she needed, where we find her not doing too well. Here we also get our first achievement of the episode by taking a picture of her bunny. Kate tells Max about all she can remember from the night of the video, which is that she felt sick and dizzy. Nathan said she could take her to the hospital. Then she woke up in a room that seemed like a hospital. It was all white and stuff. And then she found herself outside her dorm the next morning. After telling Kate what we thought, Max heads outside, where we get our next achievement by taking a picture of the squirrel eating. We finally head to the diner where Chloe told us to meet her at. Before we go in, we get 2 more achievements by taking a photo of the whale sign and this man's dog. As we get inside, we take our seat and we are met by Chloe's mom, Joyce, who works here. Her and Max chat about Chloe, her dad's death, and the drama with David the day before. Chloe then walks in and has Max convince her that she actually has these powers, which I totally passed the first try, by the way.
That was so wrong, Max.
As we're leaving, I get another achievement for taking a photo of this graffiti on the mirror. Next, Chloe takes Max to her secret hideout where she used to hang out with Rachel, the girl who's missing. Chloe then shows Max this gun that she stole from David, and she wants to test it out, so we help her by collecting 5 bottles for her to shoot. While exploring the junkyard, we get 3 more achievements, one for taking a picture of this bus, another for this deer, and lastly, one for Chloe holding a gun. Then this dude named Frank shows up demanding Chloe pays him back.
Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, all right? It was a gift.
No, it wasn't. You stole that shit. Give it to me right now, asshole.
You better step back before
whoa!
Please. Please step back.
Oh
You're
yeah,
kidding.
Max, up the
Put
stick.
that down.
Aw, shoot for sure. After he leaves, we decide to go walk on some train tracks and Chloe almost dies. After this, Chloe drives Max back to the school where we head to the science lab to help Warren with an experiment. When we're done helping him, we snap a photo for our next achievement.
Fun helping Warren.
When we walk in, we see Alyssa looking out the window and get 2 achievements, one for taking a picture of her and the other one for getting all the pictures in the episode.
You look like ass.
Once we sit down, we notice Kate walking outside while David is hiding behind a tree watching her.
Why is David taking photos of Kate?
As time passes, this kid bursts in the room, saying something is happening at the girls' dorm. Everyone rushes to make their way there.
Kate!
After what we just seen, Max does her normal thing, but this time she freezes time and can move while doing it. She makes her way up to the roof, but by the time she gets up there, she's pushed her limits too far and can no longer use her powers, so she has to save Kate by herself. The next scene takes us to the principal's office alongside David, Mr. Jefferson, and Nathan. We have to pick who to blame for this, and we choose Nathan, of course. The episode ends with Warren and Max talking about what happened as an unscheduled solar eclipse takes place. Episode 3 starts with Max waking up in the middle of the night and get a text from Chloe wanting to meet in front of the campus. As we make our way outside, we spot a squirrel and take a picture of it for our first achievement of the episode. After scaring her, Chloe shows Max these spare keys to Blackwell she stole from David. Before we make our way in, we see Mr. Jefferson and Victoria talking in front of the school.
We would have to spend a lot of time together. That could be fun, don't you think?
Once in the school, they decide to start their investigation by breaking into the principal's office. However, they soon come to find out the key to the office is nowhere to be found. So while Chloe tries to pick the lock, Max comes up with another idea using Warren's help. While looking for the supplies, we get 2 more achievements from taking a picture of these fish.
Thanks, fish. Nice work.
And this skeleton. Max makes her way back to Chloe to show her what she made. After blowing our way in, we find a bunch of stuff the school is covering up and this interesting scribble from Nathan saying Rachel is in the dark room. We also take a picture of Chloe for another achievement. and then we head to her house to stay the night. Once we wake up, Chloe tells Max that she can get clothes from her closet, and all that's in there is Rachel's clothes, but she decides to wear them anyways. She also decides to take a selfie. Ooh, pussy boss slay queen. Max then makes her way downstairs to help Chloe's mom make breakfast, where she spots this bird we let out of the house and take a picture of it for another achievement. Chloe picks an argument with her mom as a distraction, so Max can head to the garage and see what David's hiding on his laptop, but it's locked. So after a little bit of snooping again, we find the passcode, and once we're in, we discover he has files on Rachel, Kate, and even Max herself. Max tells Chloe she may have proof that Rachel and Frank were actually dating. Chloe doesn't believe her. They then decide to break into Frank's RV to find more evidence and see what else he's been hiding. Before that though, we take a picture of this guy's truck and these ants for 2 more achievements. Now we head into the diner to try to get Frank's keys. We snatch them off the table, then use our rewind power so he doesn't know we took them. When inside, Max finds pictures of Frank and Rachel where they were heavily involved with each other. After that, Chloe takes Max back to her dorm, and when she gets there, she focuses on this picture of her and Chloe from years ago, and suddenly she is in her 13-year-old self. And obviously, the first thing she does is take a picture. But knowing this is also the day that Chloe's dad dies in a car accident, she hides his keys so he can't leave. And by doing this, she rewrites history. When back in the present, she finds out that she's now a part of the Vortex Club and friends with Victoria. Remembering Chloe, Max goes to her house to check on her. And as Chloe's now alive dad opens the door, Max comes to find out that Chloe is paralyzed and stuck in a wheelchair. Chapter 4 starts off by Max and Chloe heading to the beach, where Chloe explains to Max her condition, which was caused by a car accident. Max apologizes for not being there. Then they head back to Chloe's house to try to enjoy their time together by watching a movie and flipping through Chloe's photo album. Chloe then drops a tough decision on us where she asks to overdose and kill her. Her condition is only worsening and she wants to end her life on her own terms. What the freak, man? You can't just leave that decision up to me, man. I think I'm gonna decline, because I don't want Max to deal with having to kill her friend. But it's a tough question, man. Max then focuses on the same picture as last time to go back to the same day as William's death, but this time she doesn't intervene and restores the timeline back to normal. After Max reappears in Chloe's room, she is ecstatic to see her. They start investigating Rachel's disappearance. Then Max snaps a picture of Chloe for our first achievement of the episode. Max looks through David's locker, finding more weird stuff. While we're looking, we find a bird nest and we take a picture of it for another achievement. After, Max and Chloe head to the school to search Nathan's dorm. Before we go in, we take a picture of this rock pile and some squirrels for some more achievements. Now inside the boys' dorm, we take a picture outside this window, then head to Nathan's room. Once inside Nathan's room, we find some weird stuff. We find a picture of Max hanging on his wall, really weird, and a hidden phone that he has. We take the phone and leave. As we're leaving, Nathan returns and Warren puts the beat down on him. Next, Max and Chloe have to head to Frank's. And I'm not gonna lie, I played this part a bunch of times because I did not want to hurt Frank, but I could not get the right thing to. I always hurt him. I either stabbed him, shot him, killed him. Oh my god, I couldn't get it, and I didn't want to look it up. I replayed it about 6 times. I got tired of it, and I ended up with the I stabbed him solution. He got stabbed in the leg. So after stabbing Frank in the leg and taking his list, we head back to Chloe's house so we can analyze all the clues. Also, we got a cute picture of these whales. Dead whales, so I guess it's not that cute. But we got a picture of these whales for another achievement. After analyzing all the clues, it leads Max and Chloe to this Prescott-owned barn. While looking for an entrance to the barn, we snap a picture of this bird for another achievement. After making our way inside the barn, we climb to the top of it and find this owl that we take a picture of for another achievement. We also find this hatch that we open, and we obviously go inside, gotta explore it. Once inside the bunker, we find all these red binders, which are the same ones from the end of episode 1, if you remember that. But inside these binders are a bunch of pictures of drugged girls who were posed. They're all marked, some of them including Kate and Rachel. There's also this unfilled one who happens to be marked Victoria. One of the pictures show Rachel seemingly dead in the junkyard. Chloe in denial then rushes to that spot in the junkyard. Chloe and Max finally make it to the spot where the picture was taken. They start to dig, and after frantically digging, they discover a decomposing body. Chloe confirms that it's Rachel, and she swears she's gonna get revenge on Nathan tonight. That night, we arrive at the Vortex Club party, suspecting that Nathan's next victim will be Victoria. Before we make it in, we run into a drunken Warren who takes a picture of him and Max, but Chloe, growing impatient, runs in ahead of us. Once we make it into the party, Max first takes a photo of the 2 moons in the sky. Then we head to the VIP area where Max is denied access. We then head to the bathroom where I snap a picture of this guy and get another achievement. After I struggle for an embarrassingly long time to find a way into the VIP area, we finally make it in, where we try to warn Victoria about what Nathan is going to do to her. Victoria also informs us that Nathan is not at the party. As we're leaving, we run into Mr. Jefferson, who is being very weird. We didn't really pay any attention to it, but after that we head to the junkyard so we can try to capture evidence of Rachel's death.
Chloe! Look how. What the fuck?
Oh my god, Chloe!
There's no way that she's actually dead. Damn, man. I knew I didn't like him. I didn't think he was gonna do all this, but like at the very beginning of the game, I said I didn't like him. Episode 5 starts off with us waking up in that bunker with all the folders, which we now know is called the dark room. This is where it starts to get kind of confusing, but not really. Just don't lose me here. We find this photo Mr. Jefferson took of us while Max was drugged. We focus on it, go back to then, where we kick this cart to spill stuff on this folder, which makes Mr. Jefferson mad. All this changes the timeline again, and now we're back tied to the chair. Here we have a talk with Mr. Jefferson where he tells us about why he does this.
Simply put, I'm obsessed with the idea of capturing that moment innocence evolves into corruption. That shift from black to white to gray and beyond. Most models are cynical.
And he's still going!
Naivete.
Bro!
Yes. You're a psychopath. This is your last session.
Oh, tell him, girl! And that all leads to him throwing our diary at us, where it has our very first photo that we took of the game. After focusing on it, we appear in the classroom. Once inside the classroom again, we find David's phone number to text and hope that he'll track down and find Mr. Jefferson and all of his crimes and all that. Here we also take a picture of Kate for another achievement and hand in our photo for the Everyday Heroes contest. And now the timeline shifts again. We see a bunch of police officers raid the dark room. We see Mr. Jefferson get arrested and a bunch of other crazy stuff. We then wake up on a plane and come to find out Max actually won the Everyday Heroes contest. While walking around in the museum, we find this girl. We take a picture of her for another achievement. We also find our photo hung up on a wall. Now to leave this timeline, we focus on our photo, go back to that time, and then rip the photo when we take it. After all these changes are altered, she finds herself back in the dark room.
Eat shit and die.
Good answer.
Got it!
Good.
As Jefferson is talking, we hear a noise. Jefferson rushes to the door, but we use our rewind powers to warn David so David can come in safely and put the beat down on Mr. Jefferson. And I'm not gonna lie, I messed up a few times. It was kind of funny.
Going to stop me.
David, please lock in. But during all this though, that tornado we kept having visions about, it's a brewing. It's supposed to hit today. Max also remembers the single one way that we can save Chloe. That picture that Warren took of us at the Vortex Club party. So she stretches through the storm, heads to the diner, gets to Warren, gets the picture, and heads back in time. But before we do all that, there's also 2 achievements we gotta get by taking photos. Once we're at the party, Max immediately hugs Chloe. She's very confused by it. Max gives Chloe a rundown of everything that went down. As they walk away from the party, we see the timeline change again. This time it involves them telling David and Jefferson being arrested. And now here we are, facing the giant tornado. Chloe says we should head to the lighthouse, but before we can do that, Max collapses and we wake back up in the classroom. Here we get an achievement by taking a picture of these etch marks. After trying to leave the classroom, we end up in the girls' dorm. After navigating through this quite confusing section, we end up taking a picture of these giant squirrels for an achievement. For this achievement, we take a picture of the skeleton in reverse. Max then tries to enter the bathroom, but appears in a nightmarish maze. Also, I just want to say, some of the stuff like the characters say during this is insane. It's crazy.
Rachel not only gave great headshots, She gave great head.
Was there one more left?
Max suddenly finds herself reliving all these moments with Chloe throughout the entire week, and it was kind of cool to see at the very end, you know? After making our way to the end of the nightmare, there's a lighthouse. Once we get there, we teleport back to the normal reality. Max confesses to Chloe that the storm is her fault for rewinding all this time and trying to change fate in reality. With a heavy heart, Chloe tells Max that there's only one way to fix this, and here we get our decision. Real quick, I'm recording this like 7 to 8 months after I've played this game. This game has done something to me no other game has done. I was playing, I got up to this decision right here, and I didn't know what to pick. And it was in the middle of the night. I decided to go to sleep. I went to sleep on this decision. I was laying in bed thinking about what I was gonna pick in the morning when I played again. I was going through every single thing in my head. I was like, well, maybe I should let the tornado hit, because it would be kind of like metaphoric or meaningful in a way. Because I've been rewinding all my problems all week, so it like means something to when my biggest problem arises and all my consequences, I face it head on instead of running from it one last time. But then if I choose to sacrifice Chloe, it's like I'm letting her be with Rachel, and none of this was supposed to happen in the first place anyways. So I'd be reverting it back to how it's supposed to be. And I didn't know, man. It was tough. I don't know. I still am conflicted about what I am recording this voiceover like 7 or 8 months after I played this game, and I am still questioning what decision I would choose. I don't know. They watch on as the tornado completely destroys Arcadia Bay. Then we cut to them driving through the town, which is completely ruined, which leads us to the end of the game. Oh man, what an ending. And the song at the end. Oh, wow, man. What a game, what a game. Well, that's the end of this video. Let me say real quick though, this game easily in my top 5, probably pushing top 3. This game, magnificent. If you haven't played it, play it. There's stuff I didn't put in that like don't really matter to the overall story, but it's still like an incredible experience. I love this game so much. I went and bought the comics right after I got done playing. Or not all of them, I have 3 of them. Masterpiece of a game. Great. Mwah. Also, I really do plan on playing every single Life is Strange game, so if you want to see that, please subscribe. I will live stream them all on my Twitch, so follow there, you know, if you want to see it live.